Bernard Tomic. That's what I want to talk about in this video. Bernard Tomic, Fabio Fognini, Alexander Dolgopolov, Moutet, Hugo Gaston, all these guys that seemingly tank. Everyone likes to use that word. They quote unquote tank. I want to tell you what's really going on in tennis that people out there, they just don't get. And if you're watching this video, maybe this isn't you. But I'm sure a lot of people will watch this video, and it is them. And what I'm talking about here is how tennis really works. Let me just start with, we're talking about professional. This is going to be, in the beginning at least, exclusively professional tennis, okay? If you don't know this already, I'm sure you do. A lot of it comes down to the service game, okay? So when you see a guy like Bernard Tomic or any of these guys, and they're down, let's say, for example, 6-4, 4-2, okay, in the second set, 40-love, and then they just do something that looks like a tank, or that they don't care, or they say something, the match is already over. Like, statistically speaking, it would take a miracle, an absolute miracle, for that guy to come back. He's not coming back. I mean, if let's say like a Tomic's going up against a Hurkacz, whatever his name is, and it's 6-4, 4-2, 40-love. He's not coming back. It's not happening. 0% chance. And the thing is, these guys know it. Maybe, they're frustrated. That's why you see this kind of behavior. And the thing is, there's this theme going around. See, that the common person thinks that if you just work really hard, in life, everything's going to be okay and you'll come out a winner. Well, tennis is very much like life in that sense, that's not true. This goes back to my video, tennis as a religion, that most people have this, they're living in their religion, okay? Just if you go out there and you work hard, it doesn't mean that you're going to do well or that you're going to win. And the thing in tennis, actually trying too hard is a thing. And this is what guys like Tomic and some of these other guys, they do really well, is they don't try too hard. They find that they have a balance. And there's a book out there that I haven't even spoken about on this channel. It's called The Inner Game of Tennis. There's a whole line of them. The Inner Game of Basketball and of all the sports. And that used to be my favorite book until I actually became a tennis coach and a real player, and actually read some real tennis books and did some real coaching and some real playing. And there's some truth in that book, and that's why I'm bringing it up, but it's not the greatest. It's by far not even close to the greatest tennis book out there. And as I say in a lot of my other videos, how much of a gamble tennis is, and we're talking about especially professional tennis, with the traveling, the environment, the court, among other things that I'm not even going to mention in this video because you wouldn't understand them. The baseline game, and I haven't really got into this yet as much as I want to. It's a total crapshoot. Once again, these guys get into a baseline game, it's up for grabs. No one knows who's going to win. It's going to be deuce. It's going to be 40-30. That's why they play the way they play, because they don't want to get into a baseline game. And you people think you can control everything. You can control your strokes and your forehand, your backhand. You can control this and that. It's a crazy tennis. It's a crazy ball. Like, there's wind, there's air movement, there's all kinds of shit going on. You can't control that little ball. You can't control everything. And a lot of people don't understand this because they just watch tennis. They haven't actually played tennis. So back to Tomic here. The guy doesn't deserve, Tomic and all the other guys I mentioned, they don't deserve any. 0. They deserve none of the criticism that they're getting from people that don't understand tennis and they don't understand life, because they're little. And when a guy like Tomic steps on the court and he's serving, he's holding serve, and the other guy's holding serve, He knows. He gets, and he probably knows this based on the player. He knows the situation he's in. He knows that he knows that he doesn't have that much control. I just watched a match. Like, the guy won the match. He shouldn't have won. He knew he shouldn't have won the match. What are you going to do? It's the way it is. So what is this all? What's the point? What is the main point in this video? Trying hard, hustling, going for every ball will not necessarily guarantee you success in tennis.